Roll Tide, welcome back to Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. This is Roger Hoover with you at the LLH Healthcare Advantage Center at the podcast studio at Saban Field, but thrilled to be talking softball today with Crimson Tide shortstop Salen Hawkins as the regular season is really starting to wind down. Salen, Roll Tide, how have you enjoyed, first of all, this year with Alabama?
Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Last year I was a little more quiet, getting used to everyone, but this year I'm close and just really building a bond with everyone makes it so fun to play with everyone and just play behind them, play as a team, be myself, and that makes it easier to play, being myself, being the person who I truly am, and yeah.
Yeah, and what's made this team so special this year?
Well, so our team motto this year is fully known, fully loved, and that's what Murph has us for Team 30, which is where, we can be whoever we are 100% of the time, and you will be loved for it. So I can be as weird as I am, and everyone's going to accept me for that. And that totally helps. I'm sorry, I totally forgot the question already.
Yeah, just as you look at what this team, because everybody kind of has feel-good sayings, feeling good going into a season, but then you guys have really delivered from opening day to where we are now towards the end of the season. Why do you think this team has been able to have consistency, have success?
Well, so I think we have a big senior class, but also a lot of newcomers, and our seniors are definitely captains of our team, like Marley Giles, and she just totally leads with maturity. And so I think we help with the freshman class mature a lot. And it's hard starting as a freshman, but they've put so many big numbers up on the board for us, and they have just matured so much. And it's just collectively we can all lean up on each other and trust that we're going to get the job done, and that everyone has gone through the same things, and that we can help each other out with our weaknesses.
That really is special. And does that make you excited about the future of this program when you see that all these freshmen are getting all these starting opportunities in the SEC right away in their careers?
Yeah, it definitely does. And that's hats off to our recruiting, Good job with Murph and all of them for picking the right girls, because that's a huge part. It's not even just their skills, but how they're raised and how they're just brought up. It's just they totally mesh with our culture. And I'm excited for the people that come in next year, even though it's going to be sad with our seniors losing, but they're going to fill in the spots really well.
What are some of your favorite moments, first of all, at the plate and then defensively at short from this season?
I have to think about that. At the plate. I don't know. If I get an RBI, that's always cool. Help out the team. Do whatever I can. But fielding-wise, I wasn't getting as many balls as last year because Joss and Vig just pounding the zone, striking everyone out. But when I do, I love getting a good backhand grab and throwing someone out. Like, that's always fun. Or we don't have as many double plays as last year, but when me and JY roll it up, that's always a lot of fun too. Just both of us get pretty hyped with each other, give a good chest bump.
Do you take a lot of pride in your defense?
I do love defense. I think that's a lot of fun, and I get to talk behind Joss and Vic, hype them up. I just like talking with everyone. Me and Ambry will come together, and I'll just make a little joke or say something, so just keep my mind off things. So that's always fun.
So it seems like you keep everyone pretty loose on the field at all times. Is that right?
I might, unless I can lock in sometimes, and so I'll be very hyped up, might, tell them what to do, but sometimes I'll get them all when we throw it down and I'll say something, hype us up a little bit. It could be a little jokey, but yeah, for the most part. But sometimes I'll really meet up with Vic because she's younger, and I have to calm her down a bit. But that can also be a way of hyping her up with the words I choose to use.
That's really good. Well, it seems like Vic doesn't lack for any confidence. So we had her in the studio.
She's great.
She was extremely confident, probably more than even a lot of football guys, anybody I've talked to. She kind of trusts her abilities. Is it fun to watch her have success as a freshman?
It's so fun. And I feel like a lot of people don't think that she looks the most confident, but that's her mask. She is so confident. She takes deep breaths. She really listens when I tell her if she's speeding up or anything. But when she's in the zone, or when she's on the mound, she's in control of everything. Her and Joss both, but they work. We have full trust in both of them, and that they're gonna get the job done. And it's so easy to play behind them, and it's easy to play behind someone with confidence and just a good teammate. You don't want to play behind someone that's not fun to play behind, but they're a blast, especially when they get hyped up after doing something. And it's just Mudita. When we do something, they get as hyped up as if they strike someone out. So it's awesome to play behind them.
That really is awesome. So that takes us to where we are here with Team 30 for Alabama softball in the spring of 2026. But let's go back to the beginning of your story. First of all, tell us where you're from.
So I'm originally from Arcadia, California, but I moved to Queen Creek, Arizona during COVID. Then I moved back to California in Dana Point for one semester, and then I finished my senior year of high school in Phoenix, Arizona with Jocelyn. So I got to do my senior year with her, so that was a lot of fun.
That really is awesome. And where did the passion for softball come from for you?
I was about 6 years old when I first started playing, so I played in 6U, and my dad would just do slow pitch softball, and I would go to his games, and I always wanted to be a part of it, so I started playing after that. I tried a bunch of sports, and I loved all the other sports I did, but softball for some reason just stuck even more. Not as much running as soccer, and so yeah.
Tell us about your parents. What kind of athlete was your dad?
So my dad, he was mainly in high school. He played football. Then he went to the Air Force after, and then he went to college and was thinking about joining football, like possibility, as a walk-on or something, but decided to do cheerleading instead. Have fun. Just don't want to be with the sweaty guys and everything. My mom, I'm pretty sure she did like water polo maybe when she was in high school. I'm not sure, but no, my dad I definitely get my athletic abilities from him. He was just this jacked guy, everything. He was able to bench like 405, I think. So yeah, I get all my athletic abilities from him.
Absolutely. Pretty athletic father. And you mentioned your mother. I know, unfortunately, she passed away when you were
Yes.
younger. How did softball help get you through those days right after?
Yeah, so the day after she passed, we were supposed to have our first practice, and my dad was thinking about canceling it. And I told him, no, let's practice. I think it's going to help get our minds off of things. And then so ever since then, I've been using softball as an escape, and it could be for that or just other things that kind of mess with my mind a little bit. I always have softball as my source to kind of help me escape from anything that's bothering me outside in my life.
And as you continued all going into high school and then getting ready for college, just how much did your dad sacrifice time, money, making sure you had these opportunities to play?
Yeah, it's hard to be a single parent and everything that he has to go through. Like I don't understand the things that no one's ever gonna understand the things that he goes through, but I have the best dad in the world, and I'm so thankful for him and all the things that he's done for me. And all I ever want to do is just give back to him. That's why I love the sport. It's something that me and him bond over, and I just want to make him proud. Do the best I can, and so that I can make him happy, and that all the sacrifices, it's worth something.
How meaningful is it when you get to look in the stands and see him there?
He's so big.
Can't miss him, right?
Yeah, you can't miss him. Everyone knows it's him. And people were joking. They were like, "Which one's Salen Hawkins' daddy?" And you see that jacked guy right there? That's him. And I told him. He started laughing. But no, it's awesome. Every play or just shoot after every pitch, I'll always look at him. Not as much in the dugout, but when I'm on the field, I'll always look over and see what he's doing. I can always hear him in the stands. Like his voice just travels more than everyone else's, and even other people can hear him. So I love him. I can always spot him. It's so easy.
That's really cool. So for your college softball journey, you started at Mississippi State. What was the adjustment like, first of all, to playing a high-level SEC softball, and then what went into your decision to go in the portal and choose Alabama?
I just put my head down and work, honestly. I knew it was going to be a grind, and the SEC is tough. It can be very tiring, but just just working and just getting through it. The season's not going to last forever, so make the most out of it. When I transferred, I thought I did my due diligence in choosing a school, but it just didn't work out for me, and that's okay. Just sometimes it doesn't work, but I was talking with Jocelyn, and she just told me all the great things about Alabama, and I was kind of putting all eggs in one basket here. I was like, Murph better text me. Like, I really want to go here. And finally, one day he did, and I pretty much knew that that I was gonna commit here, and so I was really excited. And yeah, I love being here. It's awesome. Wouldn't trade it for the world. This is where I'm meant to be. I was raised as a Husky Washington fan growing up, but the only other team I really knew of besides like the Pac-12 was Alabama because of Nick Saban. So it was meant to be.
Well, you and Kalen DeBoer coming over around the same time too.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's really cool. And you mentioned Jocelyn, just from afar, getting to watch her that super regional against Tennessee get to go on to the World Series. How special is that to watch? I'm sure you're living on dying on every
No,
pitch.
that was awesome. I was the only one rooting for her. Everyone thought that Tennessee was gonna take it. I'm over here like, no, I hope Alabama wins. I was the only one, but I had her back, and thankfully they did it, and they were able to smoke those cigars.
There you go. Absolutely. So then again, you get to make the decision to come to Alabama. How did not just Jocelyn, but everybody else on this team, your coaches, really welcome you to this program last year?
Wait, sorry, say that. Say
Yeah,
that
how
again.
did everyone just once you made that decision to transfer, how did everyone kind of blend you into the team?
It did take me a while, I'll be honest. I'm very hard to crack out of my shell. But I would say Abby Dukeshire did a really good job of that. I remember we were just eating in Florida during the Clearwater tournament, and conversations. I was just included, and that was enough for me to open up. And then from there, just kind of piece by piece, I started opening my mouth more and just saying whatever comes through mind, honestly. And that's all it is. I could just talk about whatever. And so Dukeshire was definitely a big part of helping me open up, and very happy for her and Lauren Johnson, both of them combined. I think they helped me get out of my shell.
That's really cool. So that paid off last season with some good success, and of course this
Excuse me.
season as well for the Crimson Tide. As you look at the next few weeks that are coming up, as the regular season's about to wind down, and then the SEC tournament, regionals, super regionals, World Series, what has you most excited?
Honestly, just the South Carolina tournament. Gotta take it one game at a time. I'm not really worried about the other things right now because we gotta handle business with this series. Try to go for a sweep. Um, it's gonna be fun. Try to get revenge as of last year. And it's gonna be our last home game, so I'm super excited about that. Get our seniors a little gift maybe for their last home game, well, of the regular season. But we're ready for regionals and supers.
What do you love about home games here?
The fans. It is so loud. I love it, and I love to hear my walk-up song. But it's just the opportunity to be home. I don't like going to the hotels and everything around here, but it is tough for the other team to play behind us, and our fans are just so loyal. It's so loud. It's just a great atmosphere.
It really is. Well, you're going to get to enjoy it a little bit more coming up this season.
Yes.
Salen Hawkins, just thank you for the time you've given us here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. All the best. We're going to be cheering you on. Roll Tide.
Thank you. Roll Tide.